Hi guys, welcome back to Tsui no Sora. Today, basically, we're going to see Zakuro die. I mean, there's no kind of way to put it. We are going to see Zakuro die. And why? I hate that I can say this, but I'm interested. Because I'm interested to see how it will differ from Tsubaki, and I also want to see, just in general, what happens. Oh god, I feel bad. I feel really bad for saying that I'm interested in seeing how somebody will die, but this is the most pivotal point in the entire plot, let's be honest here. Rather than in Tsubaki, Tsui no Sora is just one plot so far told with different perspectives. It's the same event just told in different perspectives, whereas in Tsubaki, events are different. Like, for example, in... what's a good example? I suppose... in Looking Glass Insects? Yeah, that's a really good example, actually. And also, I suppose, Down the Rabbit Hole 1 as well. And I suppose you could say Jabberwocky 2 for the endings and how they differ from the ones in It's My Own Invention. But, yeah. I'm quite excited to start today. God, I have to hold my mouse like this. So I've hurt my fingers. Like, I've really hurt my index finger and my middle finger. It's going to be so awkward today. Anyway, let's just get a little bit of context. Oh my god, yeah, Zakuro has to get the key. Yeah. It's disgusting. It really is. Of course he didn't do it himself. He's a fucking chicken. Good school security there, by the way. Can I just mention? Oh, was that a fly? Oh, I hope that wasn't a fly that I just heard. Interesting that there's no specialized physics bug that's present here, and it's more just about the Vanguard and also the brain reverse process. It feels like it's a really watered down version of the things that happen in Tsubaki. It's just, well, not really watered down, but it's covered in a little less detail, and if you ask me, it's a bit less engaging than the one in Tsubaki. I just think Ayumi's story's a bit more ridiculous here. But then again, I mean, and I think Zakuro's spiraling into delusion related circumstances. You can reason why it happened. I just think it happened a bit quickly. I wish it was more spread out. But I really enjoyed the scene with Zakuro and Yasuko. If you want my thoughts, they're on my Discord server, by the way. Yeah, she doesn't even think about the fact that it puts her in a near-death experience. She feels she has to do this. This is a duty for her. "6:42 PM, what a weird time. Yeah, interesting. What I find very weird about stuff like this is, oh shit, I need to turn down the contrast on my monitor. But what I find very weird about everything here is that there is a genuine indication that there is an element of supernatural rather than in Tsubaki where everybody is obviously deluded. Because of the fact that Ayana says that there is potentially some sort of connection between her, the Lovecraftian entity of the story, and all of the characters in general. It was her mistake that had made it so that memories, potentially from the past, potentially true memories, have leaked into these people. And funnily enough, what I thought is this is another example of when people try to contemplate that which cannot be put into words, that which is beyond the limits of human understanding. And that's kind of like Tsubaki in a way, because when, for example, Takuji tries to contemplate that which is beyond human understanding, he goes mad. I.e., I don't know, what's a good example? Well, just in general, infinity and Uriru helping him do so as well. Right, here we go. Let's go. Yeah, her mind has totally changed. Brain reverse. Yeah, you can see why it's reverse. I suppose you're regressing from a point of believing in your reality to a point of not believing in your reality. Yeah, and it's interesting. She's so vulnerable to stuff like this. She really, really is. Yeah. Yeah, and it's interesting that she feels as if these people were allies and people were friends, because obviously she can relate to these people. But at the same time, I mean, she feels people like Kotomi are, rather than friends, people that she has a responsibility over and people she has a duty over. So she feels Kotomi as a friend, but she also feels she's someone who she has a duty to save. Rather, with these people, she feels they're friends just because of the fact that they can help save these people. It's interesting, that. It's a bit dodgy, this. It really is. I mean, I just think the most dodgy thing about Usami and Ayumi, same for Tsubaki B, is just how these people have found her. Yeah, in another universe. Erohimido. Oh my god, that was not what I was expecting. Interesting that we're seeing the proper delusion here. My god, it looks like Jesus Christ here. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Funny that there were 3 crosses as well. Oh my god, okay. Did you see the end of the world though, or is that maybe just... This is what I think could have happened if this is not a genuine site. But the thing is, I mean, it's more likely that in this world, Tsui no Sora is genuine and there is actual supernatural. So I don't even know if I can deny this. But if I can deny this, this is how I would do it. Zakuro sees a dream. She forgets about the fact that it's a dream. Then, because of the fact that the dream is something that has terrified her, she subconsciously thinks it. She's forgotten that she even has it as a dream. So in order to accept her delusions and obviously give more weight to them, she attributes all of the things that happened here to the delusion, and then that makes it so that the delusion has more power, significance, prominence, and then that means that she just likens it to that. That's what I think. But I don't know if this is genuine. That's the thing. Because of what Ayana said. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. How? Have you actually contemplated how you're going to do this? But then again, this is the most deadly thing. This is the definition of playing with fire. But the only thing is the fire is something that you can never possibly perceive. How can you possibly know what will happen? What if you're just going to suicide and then nothing's going to happen? How do you know that these souls are going to be reunited and you're going to save the world? Yeah. You're being so ridiculous. Peak fiction. Like pew pew pew. Well, no. Just get a Toho character's powers. What's a good Toho character that she should have? Are there any Toho characters that are like angels, actually? Oh my god, I have no idea. I'm going to go through every Toho game right now Hang on just a second. I suppose we've got fairies from EOSD, so Cerno and Daiose. Sagume from Toho 15, maybe? No, if I'm going to be honest, I really can't think of many angel characters from 6 to 19. Okay, let's just go with Sagume then. I don't know, because she looks... Well, she has white wings and she's a heron. And I suppose she's associated with purity anyway. But, because obviously she's... I think she's a Lunarian. I forgot, though. She's in the lunar capital, at least. But, yeah. What I was going to say is... that you should just have the powers of somebody like her. I'll be able to save the world, bet you anything. I think you'd need a lot more bullet firing abilities to save the world than just pink energy blasts. I mean, Sagume's powers, like loads of spell cards and I suppose her spells as well. Sorry, well, loads of those charms, those blue and red charms, and those orbs as well. And I have good pictures in my mind, but it's hard to describe them. And flares as well. She has flares in her final spell card. Oh my fucking god, I'm going so off topic. I should just die already. But yeah. Point is, I don't think you can. God, I'm so fucking... I'm a failure in everything. Yeah. Yeah. You've got to have multiple powers. Yeah, and it's horrible to think about the fact that the nature of these delusions, it really is... If anything, I mean, Zakuro has a good heart, but the only thing is she's been so bashed around by the horrors of humanity that she just wants everybody to be like her. She just wants everybody to be kind so that people like her don't have to suffer anymore. Yeah, that's horrible about her parents. Yeah. Oh, that's weird. Why is it in a plus sign? Or at least it looks like a plus. No way, we've got that really weird bird sound. I hate this sound so much. Yeah. Yeah, god, here we go, the day of the suicide. It's gonna be exciting. Funny that, yeah. That's really interesting. You want to share your happiness and save the world as a result. Yeah, and these just strengthen her delusions. Is there a Toho character that shoots energy blasts though? Like pink energy blasts. I suppose. Okay, I probably shouldn't be thinking about this because I'll go off topic. But Mai and Satono from Toho 16 Stage 5 boss. Well, Satono in particular, she shoots purple flares, I suppose. Well, pink flares I meant, but still. Yeah. not so. God. I don't blame her, yeah. I just find it so interesting to think about the fact that when she was on... Oh, God, it's dark, I know, but when she was drugged by Ozawa, I just find it so interesting how... I get that her body was made to feel stuff, but she didn't even feel any of the stuff that her body was making her feel, and it's just interesting, that divide between her body and her thoughts. I don't know, it's just kind of what this reminded me of. Yeah. Yeah, you have to protect the world that's kind. The world that makes you happy. It's sick. It really is. Going on school on a Sunday? Oh my god, she thought of her. So that's why she came to school. She wasn't just coming for, well, killing a bit of time, which she was in Looking Glass Insects, if I remember correctly. She's really nice for doing that. She really is. Ah, right, I've got choices. Okay. Hallway. It's the first time I've done it, so I just want to check. Okay. Old pool. Oh, old pool. That's... Oh. Interesting. Well, we're going to the gym, I suppose. She was on the rooftop when we found her. Oh, interesting. Yeah, this final day of suicide, it's not going to be very light-hearted whatsoever. Of course it shouldn't be, but yeah, interesting. We still get Ayana. Now, she feels more normal in this story and more like a human being, even though she is arguably more supernatural than the Ayana in Tsubahibi. So I wonder what this is going to be like. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, because the Vanguard, Ayana is a Vanguard, and she is just there to plant the seeds of doubt in Zakuro's mind, so she can't give in. And that's the worst thing. I'm going to be honest, I get that Usami and Ayumi are doing this because they genuinely believe it, but if they were manipulators and they were criminals, well, they're doing a damn good job. I just find it so funny that if you don't realise that these people genuinely... If Usami and Ayumi didn't genuinely believe in what they were saying, they would be some of the best manipulators I've ever seen in a visual novel. I'm not even joking. But the thing is, that's the funny thing. You can justify their manipulation on the guise of the delusion, because you could think that the Vanguard is something that plants evil thoughts within them. So in order to expel the Vanguard's influence, they have to manipulate her. I like it. And that's what I really like about this plot, honestly. Obviously, I prefer Tsubahibi's version. This is just a... what should we say? Just a short version of Tsubahibi's one. Thanks for killing my ears. Just an indication that I need to turn the volume down. What? And yet you can't fully consider it as a delusion.
確かに正しき星の並びによって我々はどの空間どの時間にも存在ができる。
That's interesting. So should the stars be right, i.e. should the conditions required for it to be right, be correct, we can exist in any space of time. So with the correct circumstances, we can actually exist in a previous world. And there is not a genuine lack of possibility of something like this happening, even though it is inexplicably low. Hang on a second, I just want to check something. Yeah, so just the correct timing of something in accordance to the position of... In accordance? Sorry, I meant in relevance to the position of the stars.
それが大いなる災いであるかどうかは人が決めるものだろうし。何が言いたいの？
Interesting.
高島さんに何かしらの影響を与えたのか、少し興味があって、あなたが読んでいた本を私も借りてみた。1999年7の月、空から恐怖の大王が降りてくる。アンゴルモアの大王を復活させるために、それ以前とそれ以降、マルスが最高の形で君臨するだろう。
Let me just give a little interpretation. So 1999 7-month easy. From the sky will come a great king of terror. I.e. you could think about the fact that that king of terror is the Tsui no Sora. But because of the Tsui no Sora, it will bring back Takuji, I suppose. I suppose the king could be... Could you think about the king of Angulnoir as... Actually, I don't know the context. I don't know what the... What is the king of Angulnoir? I have to answer that. What? Oh my fucking god. No, I do not care about One Piece. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is relevant. I've never watched One Piece, by the way, or I don't watch popular anime like Naruto or, don't know, Hunter x Hunter. I've never watched a popular anime apart from Attack on Titan. And I'm reading Muv-Luv Alternative, so I should actually watch Attack on Titan. Oh my god. I want to watch Lucky Star as well for obvious reasons. And I also want to watch another because I'm reading the manga of it sometime in the summer holidays. What is... So it refers to Genghis Khan. He had conquered his domestic enemies by the summer. He summoned the Kuriltai, a meeting of the Mongolian tribal chiefs, which the nomadic tribes of the... Oh my god, what did Genghis Khan do? He launched a series of military campaigns conquering large parts of China and Central Asia. Right. The genius. Oh, yeah, the organisation of an army and the genius behind their campaigns. That makes me feel it's referring to Takuji rather than Zakuro, because Takuji is the one that organises an army, if you like, in order to suicide so that they can return to a good world. I think Mars is reigning because of the fact that Mars is like a way of saying the world that is unspoilt and the world that is perfect. That they are all dying in order to receive? I don't know. Great King of Terror is Tsui no Sora, and then that will then bring back to life Takuji, and yeah, before or after Master Rank. I think that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe we'll see more interpretations of
こ
it.
れは予言の詩とされている。
What is a prophetic poem? One that predicts the future? Oh my god, it's so awkward typing. Oh, right. Oh, okay, so obscure elements that may not be readily comprehensible, indicating a deeper layer of meaning intended for interpretation. A complex and challenging text, often perceived as embodying the disapproval of the prophet Isaiah. I don't know. Interesting, so it has religious roots as well.
さて、この予言通りに1999年7の月に星々の並びによってつながった通路を通って、古き神々がこの星にたどり着いたとする。
Connected by fate, then I
ブルーの
suppose?
扉が開かれて、この星で眠りについた旧支配者がよみがえる。予言ではマルスという軍神として書かれているが、
Oh, Mars
実
is
際
a...
のところ、彼らは
Oh!
そういうものではない。
Oh god, I forgot about the fact that Mars is the god of what? Fuck. Oh yeah, you've just destroyed my theory.
そもそもそれほど人間について興味があるわけではない。宇宙にあるすべての魂を共有したものならば、それの対象が旧支配者であったとしてもわかる。あれは人に興味はない。ただ、世界の法則が変わるのは確かだろう。その法則が君臨する世界を良しとするか悪しとするか、それは判断が分かれるだろう。
やっぱりあなたは大いなる災いの仲間なの？
Let's finish this and then interpret it.
私は仲間ではない。私は一にして善。私はすべての空間と時間において同等に音無し綾菜であるもの。
大いなる災いの正体は何なの？星の通路を渡ってくる恐怖の大王って何なの？
少しお板が過ぎたようです。今の発言は冗談ですよ、高島ザクロさん。
そんなわけあるか！お前は大いなる災いなんだろう！
Jesus Christ, she's disturbed.
そうですね。あなたがそう思うのであれば、
I can see that,
私は大いな
yeah.
る災いでしょう。それは間違いありません。
やっぱり
She even
私が
admits
次世代超能力を手に入れたら必ずあなたたちを倒してみせるから！
倒されないように注意しておきます。
gods. Oh my
や
god.
っぱり大いなる災いは迫っているんだ。
Yeah, it's just a confirmation of all that she was thinking. It's a bit ridiculous. Oh god, is Takuji getting bullied or what? Yeah, why does Takuji care about Zakuro suiciding? Can I just mention that? Right, okay, let's see why this is so unusual then. Yeah, totally. Isn't it interesting that she has a very broad perspective? So they can exist in any space or time. I suppose that's really interesting. So people can exist in any space or time. It could either be something brilliant, i.e. 3 angels like Zakuro's trio existing, or it could be the great disaster, the Armageddon, and the beings that will bring that upon the world. So I want to look at what Ayana's saying, try to understand it. I'm going to go with the assumption that it's not a joke, firstly. But then, because I want to know why she says it's a joke. So I'm just going to take it neutrally, firstly. Of course it did. I like the fact that everybody's called subjects here. It really gives you... It really strengthens sentences like these. It's as if we are Ayana's lab rats. She's trying to learn about humanity. Yeah, that's interesting. Who are the sleeping great old ones? You know what? This is just getting too annoying. I'm gonna... There we are. Oh, right, so that's another Lovecraft reference. Cthulhu mythos. Cthulhu is a god to the ones in Rulia. So great old ones are... Oh, a group of unique malignant beings of great power in the fictional cosmology of the Cthulhu mythos. Right, okay. I've never heard the word malignant before. Evil in nature or effect, okay. Right. Okay, that makes sense. So the great old ones, I'd assume they're just beings that exist within the subconscious of anybody, and they are beings which can't be interpreted whatsoever because of their scale. They are beings that cannot be put into words because they are not a product of reality. Okay. That's actually really interesting. So the great old ones, they are not interested in... But isn't that a bit contradictory? You want to change the laws of the world, but at the same time you're not interested in people. Why would you care about changing the laws of the world if you don't care about the people and how it has an effect on them? What do you gain from changing the laws of the world? Why? Where's the motive? That's unusual. It's subjective. I think she's being serious here, if I'm going to be honest. But she's saying this to Ayana because she doesn't want... Sorry, to Zakuro, because obviously she doesn't want Zakuro to have this as an encouragement for delusions. Because she's actually attributing these delusions to reality. Yeah, so what will happen is... Yeah, and all of the great ones will change how the laws of the world work. If anything, the uniformity principle will be shattered, as we have seen in the arrival of the Tsui no Sora. So... Now, could we have the question that Tsui no Sora only exists because Rulier's doors are open? And, why are they opened? I don't know. This is where I need Lovecraftian context, to be honest, but I don't have that. I am going to read Lovecraft's works. I've actually bought them. Look. Just where my finger is. That's actually a bookshelf that has physical copies of all of Lovecraft's works, which I'm going to read sometime soon, but yeah. I haven't read it yet, which kind of sucks. But why? It's just fate. But why is it fate? Or is that not for us human beings to contemplate? Yeah, that's interesting. But if you think about the fact that all life in the universe, in this universe, is Ayana, and people were just reincarnations of Ayana's soul, if you take that theory, then maybe all of this stuff about Rulier is Ayana's imagination as well. So you can only understand the beings that are not necessarily understandable by human beings if you understand Ayana. Maybe that's what she's trying to say there. But why? Why? I love this line. It actually kind of makes sense when you think about the endless reincarnation of Ayana. Why is that a prank? Why the fuck would you do this if it is a prank? Or maybe she just feels that... No, I don't believe this is a prank. I think... Yeah. Why does she encourage Zakuro? I don't get it. It's interesting that Ayana just feels as if Zakuro, from their last conversation, is totally hopeless. I think she just doesn't even care about saving her, which is very different to the Ayana that we've seen before. She tries to stop her a bit before, but now she just doesn't even care. It's interesting, the link to the great old ones and Rulier as well. That's beneficial. And how it ties to Nostradamus' prophecies, even though they are a bit wrong. Because they don't fully, or just because of the fact that the god of war is present. Wait, hang on a second. Let me just reinterpret this now that we know about this. So maybe this could be referring to one of the old ones. And then that will bring back life to... I don't really know. No, I think you could say that the old ones who caused the Tsui no Sora are the kings of terror. And then Takuji is the king that will be reincarnated And I suppose before and after these beings. Before and after, though. Oh, I don't get this much. So he reigns by good luck. He reigns before, but also after. Don't get it, to be honest. Maybe it'll be explained. Yeah, totally. Interesting that he's at school now. Yeah, I totally agree, yeah. But what's going to happen? Because she's totally deluded. Is she deluded? But I'm interested in what's going to happen. Oh god, poor him. Oh yeah, you can totally tell in how he acts. So, I just feel so sorry for him. No, if anything, he's not found a reason to explain his delusions. You dying makes it so that he can. Oh, I agree, yeah.
間宮君、何をそんなに怯えているの？別に怯えては。そんなに怖がらなくても大丈夫よ。だから怖がってるなんて。
Yeah, you sound it.
私が守ってあげるから。私があなたを守ってあげるわ。
Interesting how you can how you can interpret this by taking it out of context. Maybe Zakuro will protect Takuji in a really twisted way because she will suicide, and that will give Takuji a means of finding a reason for existence. And it will make him be able to conquer all of his fears and be able to, even though he's doing some of the most fucked up things a human can do. Well, he's leading others to do the most fucked up things humans can do. Even, let me reword that. He's still making it so that he has a purpose in life, no matter how awful said purpose is and how deluded it is. It's giving him a purpose, so I can kind of see that.
20日に世界の終わりが来るとしても。
Oh, Jesus, what's he going to think of that?
怖がらなくても大丈夫よ。何？それ。
Oh yeah, yeah, she can even understand how weird what she's thinking is. Everyone will understand Zakuro's contribution. That they will, yeah. No, they won't. They'll just understand that she's suicided. They won't. Because what's more important to a lot of people? The fact that somebody is suicided and the objective fact that they have taken their lives, or why they have taken their lives away. I mean, I think more people are more interested in the fact that she has taken her life away rather than why she did it, because a lot of people don't care about her and a lot of other people just... Actually, no, I can't say that. It's not true. Damn. I'm surprised at how little She talked to Takuji there.
こんにちは、若月さん。
Oh, I don't actually want to read this yet. Oh yeah, I forgot. Dude. Oh, okay. Meaningless choices then, okay.
こんにちは、若月さん。
I think it's very nice of Zakuro to give Takuji some reassurance. I just think it's so sad that this is done as a result of total delusions. And it's just interesting that these people can relate to each other. They've been bullied by the same person. They could go through these troubled times together. And they really could just have purpose. And they could maybe even help each other, who knows, but it's all destroyed by the fact that Zakuro is going to commit suicide on this day. And everybody will be totally swept away by it. Yeah, funny that.
あれ、高島さん？今日って日曜日だよね。高島さんって部活やってたっけ？
いいえ、部活はやってません。本日はちょっと用事がありまして。
用事？
ええ。それと若月さんに会おうと思って参りました。
私に何か相談事的なことかな？
いいえ、ただお礼が言いたくて。
お礼
？Oh yeah! Ore, or ore, as they say here, is gratitude. Oh my god, like Higurashi Rei, for example. But they sounded like they were saying ore, as in me. Or like, ore wa, I don't know. What should I say? Ore wa Nihongo ga hanaseru hito desu, for example. Like, that says I'm a person who can speak Japanese. But yeah, that's just an example. Ore is I. Oh my god, and then omae is you. But I would never really use omae in a conversation. I'd more use kimi or anata. I don't really know like koitsu, soitsu. I need to research the meaning of those words. There's so many ways to say you in Japanese. Let me just list all of the ones that I know. So, anata, kimi, soitsu, koitsu. I don't actually know if those mean you. There's some other. There's quite a few rude ways as well. But there is. There's a lot of ways of saying it, and there's lots of ways of saying I as well. Like there's Watashi, Boku, and then Atashi and Waga as well. And those are the ones I can instinctively think of, but there's a ton. Oh yeah, Oru, Ore, even. Did I already say Boku? Don't know. But yeah, there's so many.
Wakatsuki-san, いつも私に優しくしてくれたじゃないですか。優しく？いやいや、私は普通に接しているだけで。
You're such a good person, man. You don't even realize how good of a person you are.
若月さん、謙遜しないでください。
Just realize how great of a person you are. I think it's very sweet of Zakuro that even though she's about to die in suicide because of, well, whether they're delusions or not, just emotions caused by trauma, she thanks people. And she tries to reassure people like Takuji that the suffering has ended. Even if you, I mean, even without Zakuro's intervention, it would be obvious that the suffering has ended because, well, the source of his problems has died. Good. But the trauma will never go, unfortunately, and that's what we can see in, well, that's probably what we will see in Takuji's chapter. You're so kind that you don't even realise how kind you're being. If everybody was like Kotomi in the world, well, let's just say that Zakuro would not be suiciding now. The world would be a lot better of a place.
どうしたの、高島さん。本当に大丈夫なのかな。
本当に今までありがとうございます。
But she is feeling okay, and that's what's wrong. She is happy. But that's what's wrong.
そんなかしこまって頭を下げられても、これからも今まで通りに仲良くでいいんじゃない？
いいえ、そんないつまでも若月さんの優しさに甘え
God,
て
she
ばっか
really
りだと
does feel
ダメ
herself
で
as
すよ。
low.
そんなことないよ。
No, she's not. She may feel like she does, and I can perfectly understand why, but she's not. Kotomi is offering something, and you are receiving it. She wants you to become a happier person. Taking advantage, if anything, is a good thing here. Or at least taking advantage in the way Zakuro is doing it. If, I don't know, Zakuro was asking Kotomi to give her lots of stuff and lend her stuff and, I don't know, do her homework for her and stuff, that would be a little bit odd, but she's using her kindness like how Kotomi wants her to use her kindness. It's not something that you should be dwelling upon. No, I feel like my body is fucking dying at the moment. I've had a shift of work, so everything, especially my top half of my arms, especially, they're really, really fatigued at the moment. I hope I can actually finish this. I don't know if I can. And it's fucking hot. Yeah, can I just mention that? Yeah.
決めた？
はい、
一体何を？
今の私には若月さんに恩返しはできませんけど、私が本当の力を取り戻したら、そうしたら、
本当の力って何？高島さん、本当にどうしたの？
Totally,
な
yeah.
んかいつもの高島さんじゃないみたいだよ。
Divine revelation has happened, that's why. Divine.
何か悩み事でもあるのなら相談に乗るよ。
You're so, so good of a person.
いいえ、今の私に何の迷いもありません。若月さんにはわからないかもしれませんが、今世界は滅亡の危機に瀕しているんです。滅亡？高島さん、何を言ってるのかな。でも安心してください。若月さんは私に優しくしてくれたから。私にいつも優しくしてくれたから、私が一番に助けてあげます。それが私の恩返しです。
I think it's just so sad that she really, really feels this to the heart. It's just cruel, if anything, how reality is so different in the world to how Zakuro is saying it. But then again, maybe we can hope. We don't know what happens past Tsui or Sora. Maybe Zakuro is genuinely reincarnated as an angel and saves Kotomi and her soul. Bit ridiculous though. Like, really ridiculous.
ちょっと何言ってるの。高島さん、何かあったの？高島さん変だよ。何か嫌なことでもあったの？お願い、何かあったのなら相談して。私が一番に助けてあげます。だって私たち友達でしょ。私ちゃんと力になるから。本当、若月さんは優しいんですね。だからそうじゃなくて。
Yeah.
大丈夫ですよ。本当、なんでもないんです。突然こんなことを言われてびっくりしたかもしれませんが。高島さん。
She feels as if they're going to understand the meaning of her words later on, but no, they won't. None of them will. I wonder if Takuji will actually. I can't fully say that, but Kotomi won't. Because she will never be saved. In her life that we see.
本当に何でもないの？はい、もちろん。そう。
That's so cute, her going up and down. Who could? Ooh. What now? Ah, she's going to the rooftop. Oh my god, this really reminds me of chapter 7 in Subahibi. The CG that you... Sorry, the background of the rooftop that you see on the menu for the CGs.
時間ぴったりだったね。
Oh my fucking god. Here we go. How are they already here? What? There was never any indication that they were waiting. I suppose she's unlocked the door and then these two have just followed her when they've come to the school. Here we go. Yeah, because you may have all of these views, but how strong are views if you don't actually want to carry out what you are saying? Yeah, you're going to realise the true weight of what you are thinking here. Or maybe it's going to be the vanguard and the evil thoughts it is planted into your head, and that influencing your thinking pattern, so that you instinctively don't want to suicide. Maybe the brain reverse hasn't fully been completed, or maybe you're realising the weight of your delusions. It all depends on how you interpret it. That's what I really like about this, in terms of how it's written. Obviously not in terms of the situation. It's fucking awful, the situation.
どうしたの？宇佐美ちゃん？
They're scared. They really are.
今日は私たちが世界を救う力を取り戻す日じゃないの？なんでそんな暗い顔しているの？
Yeah. Yeah. I don't blame her. Who wouldn't? I mean, they're gonna fucking jump off a rooftop. Yeah, she doesn't have the willpower that Zakuro does.
どうしたのよ？何を言っているの？宇佐美ちゃん？ 死んじゃうかもしれないのよ。
No, they will. Not might just.
死ぬかも？
You may die in the human world, but then you'll be reborn as something greater in the physical world, no? That's the thing, you can't even deny it with the references to the fact that Ayana is the cause of Zakuro's madness.
どういうことなの？宇佐美ちゃん。私たちが死ぬわけないじゃない。スパイラルマタイ。スパイラルマタイ？宇佐美ちゃん。
Oh my gosh, she doesn't even know the context. Funny that.
具体的にはどんな儀式なのかしら。そういえばちゃんと聞いたことなかった。泣いてないで教えてくれないかな。宇佐美ちゃん、なぜ泣いているの？ 宇佐美、泣いてたらわからないでしょ。私たちは世界を救うんじゃないの？ちゃんと説明して。
God, now she's feeling very threatened.
私たちの次世代超能力を取り戻すためには、死すれすれの体験をしなければならない。
Here's where it gets very unpleasant.
だからここから飛び降りるの。
How's Zakuro gonna react to this? Yeah, totally.
そうするとどうなるの？そうすると地面につく瞬間に力が目覚めて前世のすべてを取り戻せるの。地面につく瞬間。
Mm. Yeah, totally.
すごい高さじゃない。普通の学校の校舎ってここまで高くないのに、なんでここはこんな高いの？失敗したら本当に死んじゃうよ。
This is horrible. Yeah, they will. I think it's so funny that there is so much railing and yet Ozawa still died from drug overdose. Fucking idiot. I mean, he was... No, but he was properly... He was behind... Sorry, he was ahead of the rails. It's the rails and then he was at the point between the rails and the end of the rooftop. When he was doing his... don't know, crack, ice, LSD, whatever. Xanax. Oxycodone. Why am I listing every single drug I know? I don't even know why. He's probably done them all. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm going to be honest, he's a total delinquent. Was there an explanation as to why it has to be here? Okay, right, so they're doing it because of the fact that they believe at 6:42 PM they will be most closely attuned to Edo Himido's energy, and they believe that... I don't actually get why they are going here. There's not much explanation, to be honest. I suppose I'd assume that it's the highest point in which they can access, so that means they will be tuned most to the energy because of the fact that there is a smaller distance between them and Edo Himido, even though they are probably so far away from Edo Himido that a few hundred feet, well, maybe like 100 meters wouldn't really matter, surely. I don't understand it at all, but this is where they have to do it. Delusions don't necessarily have to make scientific sense, but yeah, weird. I suppose it's just because it's the highest point. I wish we had more explanation though. Why did they jump off the apartment in Subahibi though? I want to check. Let's see if I can find anything. No, okay, so I suppose that's just a means of realising why this is not very logical and why well, the delusional nature of it all. There's not really much reason given for it. I mean, the reason in the other one is literally just it will be ideal in order to be closely tuned to Ero Himura's energy as high as possible, and then I can have the same assumption that it's because of the fact that it's the thing with the highest altitude that's near them. If they don't jump, they will never regain their powers and the world will end. If they do jump, they have a possibility of failing and dying. Great, it's just the worst in every single case. The fuck? Why is she laughing?
大丈夫よ。宇佐美ちゃん、なんで私たちが怯える必要があるの？
This is horrible. I mean, I can't believe that. I mean, she's been converted so much that she is even more immersed in the delusions than the people who made them up in the first place.
私たちがあいつみたく醜く死ぬわけないじゃない。
Yeah, sure thing.
私たちは世界を救うための宿命の戦士よ。何を怯えることがあるの？ 絶対に死なんかありえないじゃない。もうやっぱりこの儀式やばいよ。
You're gonna totally end your life, yeah.
いい？宇佐美ちゃん、よく聞きなさい。今世界は滅亡の危機に瀕しているの。私たちが立ち上がらないと誰がこの危機を救えるというの？
Nobody.
あの時のように私たちが立ち上がらないと世界が滅んじゃうの。わかるでしょ、宇佐美ちゃん。 終末の時は近づいているのよ。見なさい、宇佐美ちゃん。ほら、見えるでしょ。
Oh my god. Wow. Interesting that she's become so deluded that she's actually hallucinating stuff like this.
大いなる災いが降りてこようとしているのが。
Yeah.
あの時もそうだった。あの時私たち3人は言ったわ。私たちは負けない。私たち3人が力を合わせる限りどんな不可能も可能にしてみせるって。忘れたの？宇佐美ちゃん。今ここで立ち上がらないと世界は滅んでしまうのよ。
Oh god, Diludu's dialogue but with different voice actors.
ちゃんと見なさい。
Yep.
いい？宇佐美ちゃん。
swear everything gets severely unpleasant.
怯えは形のない怪物なの。
She says it in a more... in a tone that's more similar to how a teacher would say to a student. It's as if she's teaching her information that she is being vulnerable to at the moment.
心を惑わして悪い結果を呼び込むのよ。
Rather than in Tsubahibi where Zakuro's very, very forceful about how she says this, and it's interesting. Because obviously Usami here is, she's... well, no, there's not really any difference in how they're acting, it's just Zakuro acts differently. She feels that if Usami can understand this in, and when she's saying it in a way that makes it so that she can easily be listened to, maybe things can change, maybe her viewpoint can change. Yeah. It can be taken both ways. You could think about that with Usami if you think the worst possible outcome is not dying and not saving the world, if you're thinking that Zakuro's delusions are reality. But if you think Zakuro's deluded, look at her and look at how fear and trauma has influenced her.
ここでもしひるんだら世界は破滅してしまうのよ。
Yeah.
いいの？宇佐美ちゃん、いい。
Yeah, look at that change of heart.
世界なんて滅んじゃってもいい。私は死にたくない。
Yeah. Fucking hell, and yeah, just look at how immersed she is within her thoughts here. She doesn't even care about human decency anymore. Oh my god, yeah, that's brutal.
私たちは死なないわ。なんでそんなこと言い切れるの？
Yeah.
大体この儀式は単に漫画を読んでたあゆみちゃんが思いついたようなもので。
Okay, this is different. Wow.
思いつきなんかじゃない。それは私たちに与えられた能力よ。あゆみちゃんは未来予測ができるじゃない。そんなのわからないよ。本当はどうだったかなんて、もしかしたら単に自分の置かれた辛さに耐えられないからこんなこと思い。
Wow. Oh my god, that's so interesting. How much more aware Usami is here than she was in Tsubahibi. Wow. Oh my god, that's horrible. Because that's fully the case.
真実を見えなくする闇こそが恐れの正体なの。
Yeah, you should be thinking about what you're saying because it applies to you more than Usami.
今さら何を迷っているの？私たちが出会えた奇跡こそが
Yes,
何よりもこ
she
の儀
is.
式が本物である証明じゃない。それとも私たちの出会いが偽物とでも言いたいの？
Isn't that interesting? So, Ayumi was reading stuff and then they attribute what she was reading in reality in order to cope with their problems. But then when they realise the true weight of what coping with their problems gives, they go back to realising just how insane what they're thinking is. No, it isn't.
今何時？
Oh, yeah, you're not telling her the time. Reasonable.
今何時なの？
Fucking hell, these delusions are making her become a monster. Yeah, totally.
何時なの？
This is sick.
6時。
Oh, okay, I was expecting 41 or 42.
もうあと2分しかない。
2 minutes is enough for them to escape, but they don't.
今からスパイラルマタイをやるわ。待って、いや、少しだけ時間をちょうだい。
God, they're totally scared. And I really don't blame them. Who would not be? Oh, God. Oh, that's fucking awful. They realise the nature of their thoughts and the fact that they are potential delusions. Potential. A lot more here than they did beforehand in Tsubahibi. And that's the sick thing, you can't.
2人とも怯えないで。私がついているわ。
Yeah, that's the reason you should be afraid.
大丈夫。
Isn't it funny that Zakuro's now doing what Usami was doing?
安心して。
Yeah, because obviously this fear that's clouding this fear, i.e. the darkness that is clouding the true possible outcome, that's the Vanguard's doing, isn't it? Yeah, 100%.
私たち3人が一緒だったらどんな危機も
Dude,
乗
you've
り越えら
literally
れた
met
じゃな
these
い。
people yesterday. Oh, I can't laugh, that's a bit cruel. It's just ridiculous. Because that is true. If you think of it as a delusion. But the thing is, thinking of it as a delusion doesn't fully add up, because why is it the case that Ayana is the one who has messed up and who is responsible for the madness?
だからだから絶対に死なないわ。
Jesus fucking Christ.
いい？今から飛ぶのよ。力を取り戻すために。世界を救うために。
What an interesting little CG. I like it. I really like it, actually. I think this colour's done nicely. It looks very interesting how it's as if there is a little opening in the world. I wonder, in the sky. I wonder what that is.
だね。行くわよ。
Okay, Kagami.
私も怖い。勇気を持つのよ。さあ、飛ぶのよ。
God, and they have no means of resistance. They really don't. That's probably how hard her grip is. They're probably trying all they can, but they can't budge. God. I know. Oh, this is so much better than the Tsubaki BCG. I like that. That's done really nicely. How cruel. How fucking cruel. Yeah, totally. It's a nostalgic memory now. It is the thing that made you realise the horrors of life, so as a result of that, made you realise your quote-unquote true form. Oh, wow. Interesting how Ayana has helped there. That's her influence. Interesting. It's so interesting how their imagination acts. What now? New credits. New theme, it looks like. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Oh. This is unusual. What's happening now? Oh, okay, so... This is well-made soundtrack, I like it. Am I meant to click? Yeah, looks like it. Oh, I love how this soundtrack sounds. Ooh. This actually sounds really good. Wow. They did a good job of this. Very, very short chapter, this. Ooh, what was that? There was a little glitch in the screen. Ah, they're reusing this melody. God, so there was the town there. And the school building, I'd assume. And the classroom. Are we going to see Rudy yet? I think everything we've seen in the credits so far, those glitches in the screen, they are... Yes, the town. That makes sense. They are, if you ask me, it could be the case that they are all causes in Zakuro's suicide and the reason why her life has to end in... Oh, sorry, on the rooftop. That's what I think. That would make sense. Because you have the town, well, prostitute is just a woman of the town. And she has a lot of customers. In the town, she has classroom, people ignoring her, isolation, loneliness. School, for the same reasons, and also, what's his name? Ozawa too. I suppose they just all accumulate so that she can cause this and murder 2 others while she's at it. She technically is murdering them. I love this credits song, by the way. If this is not on YouTube, I'm recording it and uploading it separately. It sounds so good. I swear somebody made a song where they got this as a little backing track and then they added Zakuro's voice. And the song's called It's My Own Invention. If you look in the Subahibi meme playlist, if you just search up Subahibi memes, there's a playlist of 90 videos, and you can see that on YouTube.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Okay.
You bastard! That was not what I was expecting whatsoever. Jesus, that's scary. Oh my god. That was properly cool. Wow. Holy shit, that scared me, man. Wow. What a weird image. Splattered like a pomegranate, like Ozawa, ironically. And isn't that funny to think about the fact that she feels that she's not going to have a body that's like Ozawa. She's going to wake up as something beautiful. She's going to wake up as someone in her past form. But no, this is what she looks like. This is what she looks like when she is dead. If anything, no. It looks like, if anything, this is what she is woken up as. She's not woken up as her ideal. The thing that she is going to be reincarnated to, the one that is going to save the universe. If anything, she is woken up as the opposite, because she's not going to save the world whatsoever. The kind people are going to get damaged more and more. People like Yasuko are going to go into madness. Everybody's going to be going into madness as a result of Takuji. And look at what she's done. 2 people who have... I get that they've brought her into the delusions and it's their fault for doing so, but she's murdered them. And she's been disgusting for doing so. And if anything, I think this is kind of like a reflection of the disgust of her actions and the disgust of the fact that her desire to escape from her reality has made her into a murderer. What an interesting little picture there. So I suppose you have all of the causes, and if you think about the rooftop being the main cause here for her insanity, you have, it's like a little story. You have causes for her insanity, and the rooftop being the main one. And then you have what her insanity has led her to. And if anything, I think it's such a brutal contrast to everything that we've seen. Oh, I've seen it there. How terrifying, man. That's really interesting. God fucking damn. That's cool. Right, next chapter, I think it's... Oh, fuck. Good. Oh, yeah, I'm excited to read tomorrow. Yes! I really want to see Yasuko's chapter. That's so good. Oh, I've got a lot to look forward to tomorrow. I really do. Nice one. Alright, well, that really scared me at the end, but fucking hell. Oh, yeah. Interesting. I like how that's implied. That's just my interpretation of the image, but still. Cool stuff. Oh, overall, Zakuro's chapter, her backstory was good. And I think her death was a bit sudden, but I liked some of the new things it gave. And it was very short as well. It only showed us what we needed to know in order to gain a deeper understanding of the plot. Just shock value central, really, in some cases. It didn't, unlike Looking Glass Insects, it didn't really show us a big backstory of Zakuro. It just showed us the parts we needed to know in order to understand the picture that these 4 chapters are trying to present. Oh my god, that's interesting. So I bet you anything, this last chapter is going to be Takuji's chapter. And look at how much space on the screen it's going to occupy. It's going to occupy more space than any of these chapters, maybe highlighting its significance. I don't know. It's going to be exciting to read, so I will see you guys tomorrow, where we're going to begin Yasuko's chapter. Oh my god, this is going to be cool. I hope it's long. I hope it is, because we need context badly. We need to know the origins of that scene with her and Zakuro, why it happened, and also we need to know why she's a different person outside of club. We need to know about Kiyoshi, and we also need to know just in general about what happens with her and Takuji. Oh, I'm excited. I really am excited. Bye. See you when we're going to be reading Yasuko's chapter.